We're here in Monte Carlo for the Rendez-vous de Septembre. For AMBest TV, I'm Richard Banks. And I'm joined now by Franz-Josef Hahn, who's CEO of Peak Re. Franz-Josef, welcome.
Hello, Richard.
So we're here in Monte Carlo. We tend to hear a lot about a US and European-centric view of reinsurance. You've got a different perspective. Tell us a little bit about that.
We started building the company Peak Re more than 10 years ago. And we saw the opportunity that there is a huge underinsurance, specifically in the emerging Asian markets, not only for property cat, but also for health insurance, for life insurance, for pension, for whatever. And we thought it would be a good opportunity to get started. So now we are in our 10th year, so it was not a bad idea after all. To close the gap of, let's say, for the property insurance, property cat insurance, it takes time. We are spending a lot of time with our clients to find solutions, to find structures on the property cat side, and to make it more palatable, and for them to also sell the products into the market. This is middle-class society. And this is the beginning of the middle class, and this is the very fat middle class, and this is the upper part of the middle class. So it's a huge rank, and you need to have the right and different approaches to different part of the middle class society. And it makes it even more difficult that there are more than 200 million new entrants to the middle class society every year. 200 million. I come from Germany, 80 million. It's nothing against it.
So you're talking there about the Asian reinsurance market. Clearly, a whole host of opportunities there. Tell us about some of the opportunities that you've identified.
Yeah, on the one hand side is property cat. When you look at the normal emerging markets, reinsurance or insurance covers versus economic covers, economic losses. You are ending up best at 20%. And whereas in the USA, you are ending up at 80%. And that makes the difference. And here, we are getting engaged with our clients, how to optimize underwriting, how to optimize structures, and to still play a role in this area. On the other area is on the life and health side. We are getting engaged both on life and health, so long-term with life and health insurers, but also on the P&C side for short-term health business. And specifically in focus on both sides is critical illness, and where we are designing new products together with our clients. And this is in China, this is in Southeast Asia, and this will be in future also in India. In India, we have just started with health business, and this is successful, but it's the same like on the property side. It takes a long time to change the appalling ratio of insurance pickup.
So you talk about working with your clients there. Clearly that's going to be an important part of closing that protection gap. Can you give us a little hint as to how you go about that? How do you build those relationships?
Well, these relationships are being built over many years, and by a detailed knowledge not only of the reinsurance managers, but really of the line managers, and understanding what their needs are and what the needs by their clients are, and trying to understand this first. Not coming with off-the-shelf products and putting them in front of them, that wouldn't work. But really first to engage in-depth discussion to understand what is needed, and then start the analysis. Analysis together with our clients, but also for ourselves, and then try to find the right products for the right solution.
So we've heard a lot in Monte Carlo about investor appetite. That tends to be investor appetite for reinsurance risk, potentially in Europe or in the US. How's the investor appetite for risks in Asia, in your part of the world?
I would say in the last couple of years unchanged. although Asia was always seen as not bringing enough money in comparison to USA, specifically on the property side. But we have, as a company, a very balanced portfolio, and this is highly liked. And for these kind of situations, there are investors. There are new investors are coming into the market, but there are also international investors are coming into the market. For instance, last year we launched the first ever for Hong Kong 144A cat bond for windstorm Japan, and the majority were international investors. So it will take quite a long time to nourish and to teach. Teaching, I don't like that word, but to explain to potential Asian investors what kind of opportunities there are in the ILS market. And that was 1 or 2% only from Asia, but there will be more the next time around.
So, Franz-Josef, health reinsurance is an important part of your portfolio. How does that fit in alongside all the rest of the business that you write?
It's a nice diversifier, right? It's we are writing a lot of personal lines, and that goes along with what I said before. It's a long-term journey when you're looking at the protection gap and the wish to close it, and for the improvement of the society as such, and the communities living there, and helping them to bring the insurance idea closer to them. And therefore we have invested ourselves a lot in the personal lines, and one of which is definitely health and life as well. And at the moment, the protection for life and health companies is around 11% within our portfolio. The protection from of P&C companies getting engaged in short-term health business or accident and health is growing very rapidly in our portfolio. So for us, of course, you have to have the specialists for whatever you're doing as a reinsurer. Otherwise, you wake up with a lot of surprises. But we have been investing in the specialists in this field in order to really have an authority by talking to our clients, and that's very important. And we are writing motor insurance, we are writing casualty insurance, credit, trade credit insurance, not necessarily the big industrial business, but really also for the middle class society.
Franz-Josef Hahn, thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome. Thank you, Richard.
For AM Best TV, I'm Richard Banks.